Aladdin, Abu monkeys around. Early one morning in Agrabah, the genie went to the marketplace with Jasmine, Aladdin, and Abu. The monkey seemed to be in an extra mischievous mood. He had already lost Aladdin's favorite hat, and it wasn't even lunchtime. When they arrived at the market, Aladdin asked the genie to help him keep an eye on Abu. "Sure, Al," the genie said. "Anything for you." Just then, Aladdin spotted Abu over by a fruit stand. The monkey was trying to juggle 3 apples and a watermelon all at the same time. "Abu, no!" Aladdin yelled, but it was too late. The fruit went flying. The fruit seller was very angry. "What a mess!" he cried. Luckily, the genie quickly cleaned up with a little magic, but Abu had already scampered off down another aisle. "Uh-oh," said the genie, shaking his head. "I think it's going to be a very long day." Jasmine continued to shop. The genie looked for Abu, but couldn't find him. "Hey, Al," he said. "Have you seen him?" But Aladdin had lost sight of the monkey, too. The genie caught up to the monkey at a stand where a merchant was selling bananas. Abu was grabbing the fruit and peeling each one as fast as he could. He threw the peels over his shoulder, littering the ground. "Abu, stop that!" the genie shouted. Just then, Raja the tiger, followed by Jasmine and Aladdin, came looking for Abu. As they rounded the corner, they slipped on the peels lying on the ground. "Whoa! Whoa! Whoops!" Aladdin and Jasmine lost their balance.
The genie tried to catch his friends as they fell, but he slipped, too. They all landed in a heap. When Abu saw them, he laughed and laughed. But the genie was not amused.
When it began to get dark at the market, the group returned to the palace. The genie stretched and yawned. He had been chasing Abu all day, and now he was ready to take a rest inside his lamp. "Good night, Abu," he told the monkey. "I'll see you in the morning." Abu chattered loudly for a minute and then curled up on a fluffy pillow. He closed his eyes, but he couldn't sleep. Abu wanted to play with his friend the genie, and he had thought of a way to wake him. Abu swung a hammer and banged it against the lamp. Clang! The genie sprang out of the lamp. "Good morning. Is it time to get up already? I feel as though I just went to sleep." He looked out the window and saw that it was still dark. "Wait a minute, I did just go to sleep. Why am I awake?" The genie turned around and spotted Abu in the corner. "Abu, why are you holding a hammer?" The monkey shrugged and smiled. "This is not playtime," the genie scolded. "It's nighty-night time. Genies need their beauty sleep. It's hard to look this fabulous all the time without it. Now go to bed." Abu nodded. The genie looked at him. "Good night then." After the genie tucked himself into his lamp again, Abu still didn't feel like sleeping. Instead, the monkey tried to wake Aladdin to play with him. That didn't work. Then Abu woke up Jasmine to play. That really didn't work. Raja roared and quickly scared Abu away. The genie got back to sleep, and before he knew it, a bell was ringing. This time, the genie was up for good. Abu swung across the hallway on a rope. Unfortunately, it was attached to a potted plant, which fell to the floor. Crash! Next, Abu climbed up onto a mirror and made faces at himself, but he accidentally knocked the mirror to the ground. Smash! Then Abu rang the bell. Clang! 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 Finally, the genie caught him. "Abu, you are keeping everyone up. It's time for sleep," he shouted. Now, Abu hung his head and scurried off to bed. The following morning, no one at the palace could stop yawning. The genie was so tired that his magic wasn't working well. Then Jasmine asked for a bunch of flowers, and instead the genie's magic produced a bag of flour. When Aladdin asked for a storage trunk, he got an elephant. By the afternoon, the genie could hardly keep his eyes open. He sat down on the fountain edge in the garden. A moment later, he fell asleep. Next to him, Aladdin yawned too. He had just drifted off to sleep when Splash! Abu jumped into the fountain. Water sprayed all over Aladdin, the genie, and Raja. Abu chattered excitedly. Surely everyone would want to play with him now. Aladdin and the genie looked at each other and smiled. "Why not?" said Aladdin with a shrug. "Maybe this will tire out Abu." The genie agreed. After all, it was a hot day. He splashed Abu, and the monkey splashed him back. Then Aladdin, Jasmine, and Raja joined in. That night, Aladdin, Jasmine, and the genie heard a strange sound. They followed it and found Abu fast asleep on a pillow. I guess all that monkeying around finally tired out Abu. The genie whispered, chuckling. He laid a blanket over Abu and stretched. "Well, I'm off to bed. Good night, Al." "Good night, Jasmine," he told the prince and princess. "And good night, Abu at last."